Happy draft day, WWE family. Okay, now with tonight being the first day of the special occasion, I've decided to make a list of the top 5 things that I would love to happen during this draft. Now, these things can happen tonight on SmackDown or on Monday Night Raw. I don't care what day it happens, but Triple H just make things happen. Vince McMahon, you too, you better get in line. But anyways, before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell next to it to get an update every time I upload a video. Let's get into this. Now, number 5 on this list is something I've been talking about this channel and in person for years and years and years. Please, for the love of God, change the design of those butt ugly tag team titles that the men's are holding, okay? Because they look like airheads with pieces of coins on top of them. I don't like them. Get rid of them. Or the other thing that I've been saying for a long time too, please let this happen. Give these ladies a mid-card title, okay? They need it, okay? They need it right now. And I have so many reasons as to why they should have it, but I've said it in other videos, so go ahead and check it out from there. Give these ladies a mid-card title. And now that we got this beautiful heavyweight championship belt on Raw, whatever creative team that was involved in doing that, while their creative juices are flowing, while their pan is still hot, let them design these titles. And honestly, if you want to be fair, WWE, since the Universal title, even though when that was introduced, it didn't look great, ever since then, they really haven't missed on their belt designs. NXT UK tag titles, NXT UK heavyweight championship, the women's tag team titles. Whatever way you feel about those titles, if you like them or dislike them, you can't say that they were as bad as that Universal title. But what I am saying, it is time to redesign those men tag team belts and introduce this mid-card title for the ladies. Give the ladies some love. Give them some love. All right, so number 4 on this list, and of course, this all depends on these individuals' health, okay? Health comes first, but if that's not a problem, let's bring back the phenomenal one, AJ Styles and my boy, Big E, okay? I don't know about you guys, but ever since these two have been gone, even though I've loved WWE, I've loved what they've been doing, it feels like there's something missing, okay? Big E's personality and AJ Styles in the ring. And the fantastic part about all of this is that we can get some great matches out of this. Outside of bringing back the club with AJ Styles, could you imagine we get to finally, if he gets drafted to the brand that Cody Rhodes get drafted to, we can finally get a match between him and Cody Rhodes. Because did you know they have never wrestled each other at all? Not here, not there, not New Japan, not anywhere. They have not wrestled at all. And for the first time it's ever going to happen, it can happen at WWE. And I would love for that to happen at a pay-per-view. Okay, that will be fantastic for the title. And for Big E, okay, when he comes back, can you imagine him get drafted to the brand that Gunther is on and having a match between him and Gunther? Okay, and if they keep the New Day together, Imperium versus New Day, that'll be interesting too. But ultimately, I'm looking forward to a match between Big E and Gunther. You imagine how hard-hitting that's going to be. Big E is super strong, going to get somebody that big, and for Big E to win that match, it makes all the sense in the world. And even if he doesn't, we'll still get a great match out of it anyways, guys. I would love to see that, okay? So that is my number 4 on that list. Number 3 on my list, and it's not anything deep. They need to swippity swap those mid-card titles. Yes, that means Austin Theory, A-Town down, needs to go to SmackDown. I'm not gonna try to figure out a nickname for those things that make sense. WWE, if you want me to, send me a check, okay? Not through Fiverr. But then we can also obviously send Gunther over to Raw, because in my personal opinion, Austin Theory seems like a SmackDown guy. Gunther seems like a Raw guy. Pause on that one, okay, if you playing that game. But anyways, the reason why I picked this is because I feel like that Roman Reigns is going to end up on SmackDown, in my personal opinion, and it doesn't make sense to have Gunther over there with the mid-card title where he's having his long run. I mean, he just surpassed Shelton Benjamin's record for the IC title in January, I believe. He's at like over 330 days right now with that title. So with that being said, it doesn't make sense to have 2 title holders that are men to have this long run that they want to continue. So it'll be refreshing to have Austin Theory over there, because Austin Theory doesn't necessarily need a long title run, and it feels like that with him being the champion, that title can get, you know, moved around a little bit. Not hot potato week after week, but I feel like that it could be moved around and it gives people more opportunity in that division. And with the World Heavyweight title going to be on Raw, I feel like that championship doesn't necessarily need a long Roman Reigns run anyway. So Gunther can hold on that title, and if it is time for Gunther to lose that title again, send Big E over to Raw, have him take the title off of Gunther, and then move Gunther up to the main card. You know, have him mixed up in that, because we all know that Gunther is a main eventer, okay? let's go on to the next one. Number 2 on my list, this may be a little controversial, but I have to say it, guys, because it's on my mind. It's on my wish list. It is what it is, but if you don't like it, let me know in the comment section what works out better. But I feel like with these 2 individuals, they need to switch them to a brand that does not have the faction or team that they're a part of, and I am talking about Up Down Down's very own Xavier Woods and Chad Gable. Yes, I know people love the New Day. They hate that this is the case, and they're like, how you gonna have Big E come back and not have Xavier Woods a part of that? But I feel like these 2 individuals are way too talented to not get a singles run, and I feel like the only way they can make it where they can't do anything but do things on their own is to swap them on different brands and to take them seriously, because both of these guys have been in WWE for a long time, but they've always been attached to some type of tag team or faction, which being a part of the New Day is not a bad thing, but everything Xavier Woods have won so far has had tag team title next to it. He has not won a singles title yet, and I think it's time to make him a more serious competitor. And he doesn't have to have the New Day gimmick. I think that should be preserved for when there are 2 members of the New Day or all 3 together. Then they should do the New Day gimmick. But Xavier Woods should have his own gimmick, and it's not fair to him because when it comes to the New Day, we had Kofi Mania, Big E won a heavyweight championship. Again, Xavier Woods has not won a singles title yet. This guy is talented, and it's time to show and display that. And the same thing for Chad Gable. He's always been attached to a tag team, and the one time he had some type of singles run, he looked like a young Kurt Angle cosplaying as Enzo Amore when he came out as Shorty G, which was ridiculous. I'm trying not to remember that at all, and it keeps flashing in my head. But now it is time to give this guy a singles title run, or at least a strong singles run, because he is very, very amazing in the ring, especially on the technical end. And I would love to see him have a feud with Shelton Benjamin, because there's so much wealth of history between these 2 guys, and whoever wrote the storyline for the Bloodline, keep these guys together and write a storyline together. This could be great for the both of them, and this could be a send home match maybe down the line at WrestleMania between the 2 of them for Shelton Benjamin to pass the torch over to Chad Gable. Okay, so that's just for me for number 2. I don't know what you guys think, but you guys are gonna let me know anyways, and I love that. Next one. Okay, so number 1 on this list, it might be slightly controversial, it may not be, and it may be obvious at the same time, but I'm gonna say it anyways, is we need to have Judgment Day move over to SmackDown, LWO stay on Raw, and have Pretty Deadly come up. They need to have them drafted up. Okay, the reason why I have Judgment Day going to SmackDown is, for one, the most obvious reason in the world is because Rhea Ripley is the women's SmackDown champion, so there's no point in splitting them up. Okay, but on top of that, the other part of this is because I feel like it is time to give Damian Priest that push for the mid-card title. And as I said before, if Austin Theory ends up going to SmackDown, Damian Priest has a high probability of taking that championship off of Austin Theory, and I think he will be a great mid-card champion. If you've been paying attention to these Judgment Day segments, Damian Priest, the way he holds himself, the way he composes himself, his charisma, and if you pay attention to him in the ring, he is really good. He just has not been able to be in those type of feuds where he can showcase that talent, to showcase that he's a leader, to showcase that he's a great title holder, and I think he will make a great US champion. I think LWO needs to go to Raw, because LWO, if you look at their merch sale, man, it's going through the roof. But I think right now LWO is amazing, and you know, I think they can get a lot of storylines out of this with them having this 3-hour show, so I think they could benefit from that. And I love the members of that group, I really do. And for Pretty Deadly, okay, for them to come up, WWE, please use the name of the faction that I came up with. If they join Seth Rollins, name the group Pretty Freaking Deadly. That'd be an amazing name. And to see these guys come out to look like they're at the Met Gala every day and then wrestle and beat people up at the same time, it's like, I'm gonna dress how I want to, and ain't nothing you can do about it because you can't beat me up in the ring, okay? That'd be amazing. And to see Seth Rollins and Pretty Deadly and have them in a feud against Imperium, oh my God, because Imperium, they think the ring is sacred. They think it belongs to them, okay? They think they own the ring, and they feel like a certain type shouldn't come in there. And Seth Rollins, being as charismatic as he is, and as fashionable, I don't know what the term it is, as he is, and so as Pretty Deadly, those guys can be the anti, like, hey, don't be coming in here, you know, joking around, not like on some anti, we don't like guys who's feminine type thing, but more so like, don't come in this ring wearing crazy clothes and goofy stuff and making fun of us and stuff like that. We come in here, we're serious, this is our ring, this is sacred ground, so if you come in here with that mess, we're gonna take you out. And I think that'll be an interesting dynamic. That is my list, my wish list for what happens on SmackDown tonight and on Raw. I'm hoping these things can happen. If they don't happen, it is what it is. You know, I've written things on Christmas list that never was under the tree, so I accept it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Salute, peace, have a good day.